నమో నమః. అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. సర్వేభ్యः నమస్కారः. Today is the 5th class of our series of webinars on learning Sanskritam language. Guruji Shri Akella Hemakanta Prabhakar Rao Garu, he is teaching us. 4 classes are over and this is the 5th class. We are running these Sanskritam learning, language learning as part of Sanatana Dharma course. This is the 6th batch, and this Sanskritam learning classes are on every Friday throughout these 4 months. Now we will start this session with paying respects to our country by reciting Vande Mataram and then after that Prarthana. So let us request Lakshmi Kanapurji to recite Vande Mataram, please.
सर्वेभ्यां नमो नमः। वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्। शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी फुल्लकुसुमिता द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्। सर्वेभ्यां नमो नमः।
వందే మాతరం. ధన్యవాదములండి లక్ష్మి గారు.
Thank you.
Now we will do Prarthana. Request Satyanarayana Murthy garu to chant Prarthana, please.
1 minute meditation. ఓంకారం. ప్రార్థన. గణానాన్త్వా గణపతిగుం హవామహే కవిం కవీనాం ఉపమస్త్రవస్తవం జ్యేష్ఠరాజం బ్రహ్మణాం బ్రహ్మణస్పత ఆనశృణ్వన్నోతిభిः సిదసాదనం. ఓం శ్రీ మహాగణాధిపతయే నమః. ఓం ప్రణో దేవి సరస్వతి వాజేభిర్వాజినీవతి ధీనామవిత్ర్యవతు. ఓం శ్రీ మహాసరస్వత్యై నమః. గురురేవ గతి గురుమేవ భజే గురుణైవ సహాస్మి నమో గురవే. న గురో పరమం शिशुरश्मि गुरो मतिरस्ति गुरौ मां पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवम् उपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यम् केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्तिः मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्तिः हरि ओम नमस्कार
Harihi Om. Gurubhyo Namaha.
ओम गुरुभ्यो
Okay. Now, let us request our Guruji, Akela Ramakant Prabhakar Raoji, to start the webinar, please.
हरि ओम नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः
नमस्ते महोदय।
अस्तु इदानीं वयं पञ्चमः पाठः आरम्भं कुर्मः। इदानीं पर्यन्तं वयं 4 पाठाः पठितवन्तः। We have read 4 lessons. Out of the 4 lessons, any questions are there? Please come forward. Meanwhile, I will share the lesson.
హరి ఓం గురువు గారు నమస్కారం.
Namaskar.
నేను మాట్లాడచ్చండి?
Please ask.
వందితే గురించి ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చెప్పమని అన్నప్పుడు అది ఇప్పుడు అడగనండి, మళ్ళీ అడగనండి.
Vandete, it will come now. In this class, it will come.
అలాగేనండి.
Any other questions? Namaskaraha. No questions? Out of 4 lessons, no questions? That means everybody understood very much. Not understood at all. None of these things. Okay. Let us go to 5th lesson. When anybody is not understanding, please stop me. Now, we have understood how to make a sentence. Till now, we are discussing about how to make a sentence. what are the elements in a sentence? Kartrupadam, Karmapadam, Kriyapadam. And we talked about how the Kartrupadam behaves, what are the attributes of Kartrupadam, and how that varies in several applications or 7 vibhaktis. How a word Rama is used in 7 vibhaktis or any other word in 7 vibhaktis, 7 applications of a word we learned. So that's how we have completed one section of this level, vibhaktis. But we have to understand more about the verbs. First, I hope you all understood the concept of root word. The concept of root word for a sabda is pratipadika. So if you see Ramaha sabdam, sabdaha, that is sabdaha. Ramaha sabda is a word. Ramaha is a word. That word has got a root word. That root word is called pratipadika in Sanskrit. What is the root word for Ramaha? Rama. So Rama is the root word. Similarly, patati is a kriya, that is verb. And patiti has got a root word. What is that root word? Pat. Pat is the root word for patati. So what pat is called? Dhatu. Dhatuhu. For Ramaha Shabdam, Rama is root word and it is called Pratipadika. And for Kriya Shabdam, Patati, the Pat is the root word and it is called Dhatu Shabdam. So Pratipadika Dhatu. So when you talk about verbs, the root words are Dhatus. From Dhatus, the verbs will come. The verbs will come means the verbs will indicate the time, Vartamana Kalam, Bhota Kalam, Bhavishyat Kalam, like that. Dhatu doesn't indicate whether it is Bhota Kalam or Varta Kalam or Bhavishyat Kalam, doesn't indicate. The verb indicates. The verb belongs to present tense or past tense or future tense. The verb indicates. The Dhatu doesn't indicate. Dhatu is a root word for forming a verb. So while forming a verb of present tense, we use some letters to identify that. That is called prachayaha. And similar, that prachaya will change for different tenses. From present tense, past tense, like that. If pat sabdam is to be used in present tense, we use one syllable, one letter. And if you want to use one prachaya, we better understand the concept of prachaya. So if you won't use pat dhatu in Vartamana Kalam, present tense, we use one type of prachaya. And then if you want to use for Bhota Kalam, use another type of prachaya. That is replaced. Rama plus T, Patha plus T, Pathati. Patha plus T, Pathati. That T is the present tense. It indicating present tense. If it's getting Bhota Kalam, it will be different prachaya. If it is Bhavishyat Kalam, it will be different prachaya. But the Pat will be remain same. That is the concept of verb and dhatu. Pat is dhatu, patati is the verb. The verb changes according to the tense. That is the concept of dhatu versus verb. When once you come to verb section, the verb is of this dhatu section has got 3 types. What is dhatu 3 types? That we learned in second lesson also. That is parasmaipadi dhatu, atmanipadi dhatu, and ubhayapadi dhatu. 3 types. Dhatus are 3 types. This pat dhatu belongs to parasmaipadi dhatu. Vanda dhatu belongs to atmanipadi dhatu. So what is the difference between atmanipadi dhatu and parasmaipadi dhatu? In application of present tense, ekavachanam, if parasmaipadi dhatu is used, the kriya sabdam should be told with ti prachaya. If we are using atmanepadi dhatu in present tense, the prachaya to be used for one dhatu. That one dhatu is atmanepada. For atmanepad dhatu, you have to use te prachaya. Te prachaya. So the parasmaipadi verb is pat dhatu plus ti, patati. The atmanepadi dhatu is Vand plus te. So we have got a group of Parasmapati dhatus. We have got a group of Atmanepadi dhatus. We have got a group of Ubhayapadi dhatus. When we are using the first box, Parasmapati dhatus, we have to use this ti, prachaya and its subsidiaries. For present tense ti, past tense at, something like that. For different kalas, different prachayas are there for Parasmapati dhatu. So for Vartamana kalam, Ekavachanam, Kriya Rupam, if you want to make Parasmapati dhatu, you have to add ti to this. Use that. Pat plus ti in Ekavachanam. In Divachanam, taha. In Bahuvachanam, anti. Ati, ataha, anti. This is Prathama Purusha line. If you go to second line, that is Madhyama Purusha, Tvam, for Tvam Shabdam. Madhyama Purusha, if you are using Madhyama Purusha Karta Tvam, then the Kriya is to be different. That is Pat plus si, Pat plus taha, Pat plus tha. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. For Uttama Purusha, it will be Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. So the main category is when you are using Parasmapati dhatus, Prathama Purusha Ekavachana Vartamana Kala Kriya to be used with ti and its family for other verbs. That is Parasmapati dhatu indication at Pat. But when you are using Vand dhatu, that is Atmanepadi group, that group is different. We are taking a verb from Atmanepadi group, which is Vand. A sample word is Vand. If you take Vand dhatu, since it belongs to Atmanepadi dhatu, to use that dhatu in present tense, you cannot use ti. You have to use te. Vandate. It also gives present tense meaning only. Patati also gives present tense meaning only. But what is the difference between these two is, this Pat dhatu belongs to Parasmapati group, Vand dhatu belongs to Atmanepadi group. And if you go to Pach dhatu, that will be used in Atmanepadi as well as Parasmapati. That's why that can be used as Pachati or Pachate also. Some places Pachati, some places Pachate. Where there is a general Kriya is there. The Parasmapati dhatus are general Kriyas, basic understanding. And Atmanepadi dhatus are Bhava Prayoga Kriyas. There will be something Bhavam behind that Kriya. Some basic Sambandha of my Atma is there. That's why Bhava Prayoga Kriyas, all Atmanepadi. When I come to Ubhayapadi dhatu, that dhatu, sometimes it works as a general dhatu, sometimes it will work as a Bhava Prayoga Kriya. That's why there is Ubhayapadi. So dhatus are three types. This concept should be clear. But when it comes to verb, the verb is patati, vandate. Both are present tense verbs only. Okay. There are different dhatus are there, different verbs are formed. Now the verbs have got a different section of verbs now. Now we have to understand verbs now. The verbs are of two types. From dhatus, verbs form. That could be Parasmapati, Atmanepadi, or Ubhayapadi. The kriyas will be different, kriyas will be there. That kriyas will be, that verbs will be present tense, past tense, future tense, like that. Based on tense, the verbs will change. But these verbs that are formed are of two types. The family of verbs are two types. That is, one is transitive verb, and there is intransitive verb. The transitive verb is, it's called in Sanskritam Sakarmaka Kriya. Sakarmaka Kriya Pada. Sakarmaka. And intransitive verb is Akarmaka Kriya Pada. We have learned a sentence till now forming with Karta, Karma and Kriya. Balaha Patham Patati. This sentence we understood, right? I hope everybody understands this. We have discussed various sentences. So every sentence is having a karta padam, kartrupadam, and a karma padam, and a kriya padam. So when I use patati, balaha patham patati is a sentence. Patati is a verb, kriya padam. Balaha is the subject, that is kartrupadam. And patam is subject, karma padam. So patati is the kriya, that is what work is happening, action. The action indicates kriya or a verb. The action who is doing indicates karta. And an action on what the action is being done, object, that is called karma. So patati means reading. Who is reading? Balaha. Balaha is doing the work of patati. So balaha is the karta, kartrupadam. Balaha is the karta who is doing the work, is kartrupadam. Then what balaha is reading? Then the question comes, what balaha is reading? He can read anything. Now he is doing a work of reading, but he can read anything. He can read patham, he can read kavyam, he can read pajyam, he can read slokam. He can read anything. He can read katha. So what is that padam? That padam is karma padam. So when you put the verb in the sentence and question what work he is doing, if the answer is there, that verb is called transitive verb. So verb is there, patati we are saying. Put a question, who is doing, what patati? Or whom patati? We put a question of what or and put a question of what is patati. The answer is there for patati kriya. Unless patam is there, we cannot read. Unless kavyam is there, we cannot read. Unless pajyam is there, we cannot read. Anything, some object should be there to read. To do the work of patati, there should be some object. So patati is a sakarmaka kriya. A kriya having karma. Without karma, it cannot be done. That work cannot be done. That's why it's called sakarmaka kriya, and in English, transitive verb. So now they take the sentence balaha. When you put the verb in the sentence and question what work he is doing, if the answer is there, that verb is called a transitive verb. This is the statement. So verb patati is a transitive verb. Verb patati is a transitive verb. Sakarmaka kriyapadam. Now let us take another kriya. Now we take the sentence balaha hasati. Hasati. Balaha hasati. Bala, here hasati is the verb, kriyapadam. Now put the question, what hasati? Object is not required. To do a laugh, object is not required. Without object also person can laugh. Object is not required. Karmapada is not required. But sentence formed. Balaha hasati. Sentence formed. Balaha atati. Moving here and there. No object is required for that. For a person to move here and there, what object is required? So no object required, no karma required. Balaha tishtati. Sitting. What is required? He can sit on this ground, he can sit on this chair, anywhere he can sit. But he is doing the work of sitting. No karma is required. No object is required for that. So this hasati, tishtati, atati, these type of verbs doesn't need any karma padam to form a sentence. Without karma padam, sentence can be formed. Balaha hasati, balaha tishtati, balaha upavishati, balaha atati. All these things doesn't need any karma padam to form a sentence. But whereas if you say balaha patati, there should be some document to read. That is Sakarmaka Kriyapadam patati, and hasati is akarmaka Kriyapadam, because it doesn't need any karma to do that work. So the karmas, the kriyas, the kriyas are two types. One kriya having karma padam, needing, which needs a karma padam, and another kriya which doesn't need a karma padam to form a sentence. So these are the two types: transitive verb, intransitive verb. Sakarmaka kriya padam, akarmaka kriya padam. Now we come to the another kriya called gachati. The gachati is also another verb. When you say gachati also balaha gachati. Here also it apparently looks that karma padam is not required. For gachati, it looks also, it appears as though karma padam is not required. Because balaha gachati is going. Well, for going, nothing is required, no? But indirectly, he needs a destination to go. Kutra gachati question will be there. So a destination is there for gachati. For atati, there is no destination. Atati is wandering here and there. That's all. There is no destination there. It's a random. But whereas gachati is not like that. When you say gachati, there is a destination for him to go. Since the destination is there, that's not intransitive verb. That is transitive verb. Because the destination there for gachati. Though it looks as though intransitive verb, it looks like a akarmaka kriyapadam. Apparently it looks akarmaka kriyapadam, but it's not. That is about gachati, especially. Now this is the understanding on akarmaka kriyapadas and sakarmaka kriyapadas. Any doubt on this? Any clarity you need on further on this? Okay. Now let us go a step ahead. Types of sentences. In English, types of sentences are three types. Of English also. Active voice, passive voice, active voice sentence, passive voice sentence, impersonal voice sentence. In English, Sanskritam, three types of sentences are there. That is Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, and Bhava Prayoga Vakyam. So if anybody put a question to you, how many types of sentences are there in Sanskritam? You have to answer three types. What are they? One is Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, second is Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, third is Bhava Prayoga Vakyam. The Kartari Prayoga Vakyam is active voice, Karmani Prayoga Vakyam is passive voice, Bhava Prayoga Vakyam is impersonal voice. So what are the difference between these three? So to make sentences, we use three types of words. What we use? Verb, Kriya Padam, that is Kriya, and subject, Kartrupadam, Karta, and object, Karma Padam, Karma. These three forms a sentence. This we already discussed earlier also. Now, in a sentence, if Karta is important, in a sentence, if Karta is important, that sentence is called Kartari Prayoga Vakyam. When we put a question on the Kriya Padam, the answer is Kartrupadam, that is the person who does that work. If you say, who is doing this work? When you put a question, who is doing this work? If you get the answer we get is Kartrupadam. When you put a question, who is doing this work? The answer we get is Kartrupadam. So, Kartrupadam is important, Pradhana Sabda. The person who is doing the work is important to say that. So, when you put a question, who is doing that work? A question on the Kriya Padam, that means who is doing that work? The answer we get is Kriya Padam, Kartrupadam. The answer we get is Kartapadam or Kartrupadam. Kartapadam or Kartrupadam, both are same. Kartrupadam. That is the person who does that work. Since in the sentence, that person is responsible for doing that work, that padam is important. That is called pradhana sabda. In the sentence, in active voice sentence, the karta is pradhana. So kartrupadam is important, pradhana sabda. Hence the kartrupadam needs to be in pradhama vibhakti. It should be told in pradhama vibhakti because he is doing the work. Ramaha is doing the work. Ramaha patati. Balaha patati. So that word should be told in pradhama vibhakti. It is nominative case. So in a sentence, this is Kartari Prayoga Vakyam. This Vakyam is called Kartari Prayoga Vakyam because Karta is important. Now, in a sentence, if karma is important, that sentence is called Karmani Prayoga Vakyam. When you put a question based on Karmani Prayoga Kriya, the Karmani Prayoga Kriya will be different. That you will learn later. Okay? The Karmani Prayoga Kriya will be different. That if you use that Kriya and you put a question on that Kriya, the answer you get will be Karma Padam. Since Karma Padam is important in that sentence, that Vakyam is called Karmani Prayoga Vakyam. And that karma should be in Pradhama. We are not learning Karmani Prayoga Vakyam now. We are learning the second level. We are learning only active voice now. Passive voice we learn in second level. So first level we are learning this one up to Karmani Prayoga Vakyam only we are learning. The Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, karma is important. Karmani Prayoga Kriya also will be different from Kartari Prayoga Kriya. That much you learn, that's all, that is section. In a sentence, if karma is important, that sentence is called Karmani Prayogam. When you put a question based on Karmani Prayoga Kriya Padam, the answer we get will be Karma Padam. So Karma Padam would be important word. Karma Padam would be important word. Important word, that is Pradhana Padam. So in Karmani Prayogam, that is passive voice sentence, the Karma Padam object words needs to be in Pradhama Vibhakti nominative. That is about Karmani Prayoga. For the present, forget about Karmani Prayogam, but you just only learn Karmani Prayogam is there. Karmani Prayogam, Kartari Prayogam. In Kartari Prayogam, Karta is important. In Karmani Prayogam, Karma is important. So since Kartari Prayogam, Karta is important, Karta should be in Pradhama Vibhakti. In Karmani Prayogam, since Karma is important, Karma should be in Pradhama. That is the basic concept. Now let us go to the Bhava Prayogam. If you take a Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, we will learn two types of kriyas, Akarmaka Kriya and Sakarmaka Kriya. That is karma, a kriya which is having karma, and a karma which is not having, a kriya which is not having karma. Two verbs we learned, transitive verb and intransitive verb, just now. So, while preparing Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, if you use transitive verb, that will be Karmani Prayoga Vakyam. If you use intransitive verb, that is, which is not having karma, if you use that verb, then that will become Bhava Prayogam. This is the only difference between Karmani Prayogam and Bhava Prayogam. In both the cases, rules are more or less same. The sentence is same. The kriya used is different. Sakarmaka kriya is used for Karmani Prayoga Vakyam. Akarmaka kriya is used for Bhava Prayoga Vakyam. So Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, Bhava Prayogam, just learn as a basis now. Don't go into details now. Let us learn more about Kartari Prayogam in this series of lessons now. We'll go more details into Kartari Prayoga Vakyam only. Bhava Prayoga Vakyam and Karmani Prayoga Vakyam, just for information you learn. That's all. Now let us go to Kartari Prayoga Vakyam further. So Kartari Prayoga Niyamani, what are the niyamani, what are the all rules for writing Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, active voice sentence. We want to write an active voice sentence. What are the rules to be followed? Kartari Prayoga niyamani, the rules of writing Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, active voice. If Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, that is in active voice sentence, one Kartari Prayoga, the first rule is Kartrupadam, subject is important. Subject is important. And it shall be in first case. That is Pradhama Vibhakti, nominative case. So first rule is in Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, Kartari Prayogam, the Karta is important and should be written in Pradhama Vibhakti. That is nominative case. That is first rule. The second rule is the Karma Padam is not a must. Why? The Kartari Prayoga Vakyam can be made with Sakarmaka Kriya and with Akarmaka Kriya also. You can write Balaha Patham Patati and you can also write Balaha Hasati. Balaha Hasati is also active voice sentence. Balaha Patham Patati also active voice sentence. But Balaha Patham Patati is having karma. Balaha Hasati doesn't have karma. But both are active voice sentences. Both can be called as active voice sentences. That means what? Balaha Hasati is also active voice sentence. So without karma, the sentence is formed. That means for writing an active voice sentence, karma is not a must. That is second rule. The third rule, if karma is there, based on the kriya you used, if karma also to be used, say if you use Sakarmak kriya, then karma is to be used. So, how the karma to be written? In active voice sentence, in what form karma is to be written? Karma padam to be written. It is Pradhama Vibhakti or Ditya Vibhakti or some other Vibhakti. Which Vibhakti it is to be written? We have learned 7 applications, right? A word can be used in 7 applications, so we have understood. Rama, Ramam, Ramena, Ramaya, Rama. Like that, we understood 7 types of applications for a word. Which word is to be used as a karma out of this? Which type is to be used? That is Ditya Vibhakti we have to use. When a word you are using as a karma padam, that karma padam should be used in Ditya Vibhakti. But if you use sentences with Sakarmaka Kriya Padam, that is Patati, then sentence will be Balaha Patati. Balaha what Patati? Patham. Patham Patati. So Patham is Karma Padam, object. So complete sentence would be Balaha Patham Patati. Here Balaha Karta, Patati Kriya, Patham Karma. So what is the Patham position here? Karma position. So here Patham is Ditya Vibhakti, second case. That is activity case. It is not Pradhama Vibhakti. The Patham Vibhakti is Ditya Vibhakti. Its Pradhama Vibhakti form is Pathaha. Here it is used in Ditya Vibhakti form, Patham. So hence the rule is Karma Padam when used in Kartari Prayoga Vakyam shall be in Ditya Vibhakti, activity case. This is the second rule, third rule. If karma to be used, that karma padam should be used in Ditya Vibhakti, not Pradhama Vibhakti or any other Vibhakti. It should be used in Ditya Vibhakti. Object should be used in Ditya Vibhakti. The affected party of the action to be told in Ditya Vibhakti. Ramaha Ravanam Vadhati. The Ravana Shabda has gone to Ditya Vibhakti. I say Ravanaha Ramam Nindati. The Ram Shabda has gone to Ditya. They are the affected parties for the Kriya. In Ramaha Ravanam Vadati, The vadati affected whom? Ravana. So Ravana should be in Ditya Vibhakti. When nindati kriya is there, who is the affected party? By Ravana, Rama. Rama is the affected party. So Rama Sabdam should be in Ditya Vibhakti. So Rama Ravanam nindati, Ravana Ditya Vibhakti. Ravana Ramam, sorry, Ravana, Rama, Ravanam vadati. Ravana Ditya Vibhakti Ravanam. And when you say Ravana Ramam nindati, Rama Sabdam has gone to Ditya. So the object should be in Ditya Vibhakti. That is in short. In Kartari Prayoga Vakyam, the object shall be in Ditya Vibhakti form. Now, next important thing is fourth Kriyapadam. Fourth rule. The fourth rule is Kriyapadam shall be used in line with Kartrupadam. What do you mean by in line with Kartrupadam? So how a Kartrupadam is used? Kartrupadam could be Pradhama Purusha, Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. What is meant by Purusha? That we already discussed. If you give a noun or a pronoun, that is Pradhama Purusha. Uttama Purusha is only Aham. Madhyama Purusha is only Tvam. Aham Sabdam is only Uttama Purusha. Tvam Sabdam is only Madhyama Purusha. But all other words in the world, in the language, all other words in the language are Pradhama Purusha only, except Aham Sabdam and Tvam Sabdam. Aham Sabdam is Asmat Sabdam, Tvam Sabdam is Yushmat Sabdam. Except the Asmat Sabdam and Yushmat Sabdam, all other Sabdas are Pradhama Purusha Sabdas only. So, if the Kriya for Pradhama Purusha Sabdam will be what we will learn a table. What table we will learn for Patati Dhatu? Patati, Patataha, Patanti. That is Pradhama Purusha line. Madhyama Purusha line, what we learn? Patasi, Patataha, Patata. Uttama Purusha, what we have learned? Patami, Patavaha, Patamaha. So for Uttama Purusha, we learned one line. For Madhyama Purusha, we learned one line. Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. For Pradhama Purusha, we learned one line. Patati, Patataha, Patanti. So we have to use the Kriya Padam. When you are using Kartrupadam as Pradhama Purusha Sabdam, the Kriya Padam also should be in Pradhama Purusha Sabdam. When you are using Kartrupadam in Madhyama Purusha Sabdam, the Kriya Padam also should be in Madhyama Purusha. When you are using Kartrupadam in Uttama Purusha, the Kriya Sabdam also should be in Uttama Purusha. That is called Kriya Padam following Kartrupadam. Ramaha Patati, that is Pradhama Purusha Prayoga. Balaha Ramaha Patati, that is Pradhama Purusha Prayoga. But when I am using Tvam, the Patati goes to Patasi. So the Kriya followed Karta. Karta I changed it from Pradhama Purusha to Madhyama Purusha. So Kriya also changed it to Pradhama Purusha to Madhyama Purusha Kriya. And when I change it to Uttama Purusha, instead of Tvam I say Aham. The Kriya also will change it to Patami. Not Patati, not Patasi. It will be Patami. So the Kriya is changing in line with Kartrupadam. That means Kriya is depending on what? On Kartrupadam. So that is the fourth form. Kriya Padam shall be used in line with Kartrupadam. So one more point is Balaha Patati. If I am talking about many Balas are reading, then what I would say? Balaha Patanti. I will say Balaha Patanti. When I say Balaha Patanti, what did I do? I changed the Ekavachana Kriya to Bahuvachana Kriya. Why I had changed Patati to Patanti? Because I have changed from Ekavachana Karta to Bahuvachana Karta. Since Kartapadam Vachanam is changed, Vachanam, from one number to another number. From Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam I have gone. The Karta also should go to Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam. These happens in other Indian language, all other Indian languages. May not be in English, but in all other Indian language, English also it is there. Is and were and all those things are there. But may not be so strictly. But in Indian language, definitely appears the change in the Kriya Padam with respect to Karta. Balaha patati, balaha patanti. So that's how the Kriya Padam follows Kartru Padam. Now let us read the sentences here. If Balaha, that is Balaha is Ekavachanam, singular number, and Balaha Shabdaha is Pradhama Purusha Shabdaha. So verb also shall be in Pradhama Purusha. So Patadhatu is used in Pradhama Purusha Ekavachanam, that is Patati, in line with attributes of Kartrupadam Balaha. Balaha Patati. If Kartrupadam is used in Divachanam, the Kriya Padam also to be used in Divachanam, dual form. So Balau. Then Kriya Padam also should go to Divachanam, that is Patataha. Balau Patataha. Balau Patham Patataha. And if you are going to use the Bahuvachanam, then that becomes Balaha Patham Patanti. Ekavachana Vakyam, Ekavachana Prayogam is Balaha Patham Patati. Divachana Prayogam is Balau Patham Patataha. Bahuvachanam is Balaha Patham Patan. So Patham is not changed. Kartrupadam, Karmapadam is not changed, but Kriyapadam is changing in line with Kartrupadam. When I use Balaha, it is Patati. When I use Balau, it is Patataha. When I use Balaha, it has become Patanti. So in Madhyam Purusha, Kartrupadam, Tvam is used. Say now I am changing Purusha. Then this becomes Balaha Tvam Patham Patasi. Tvam Patham Patasi. When I am using Tvam as Karta. Similarly, when I am using Aham as Karta, then becomes Aham Patham Patami. So we will observe that they are the Kriya Padam is changing in line with Kartrupadam. This is fourth rule. Now let us change the Karma Padam from Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam. Let us understand. Now Kartrupadam changes, affects Karma Kriya Padam. That we learned now till now. Now let us see whether Kartrupadam, Karma Padam changes will affect Kriya Padam or not. In Kartari Prayaga Vakyam, if I change Karma Padam from Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam, will it affect the Kriya Padam? We have to see. It will not affect. That we will understand how. We will see here. Balaha now first you have to understand the Vibhakti, Pradhama Vibhakti for Ditya Vibhakti for Karma Padam. What is Karma Padam we have taken here? Pataha. Pataha, what is the Pradhama Vibhakti form for Pataha? Pataha Ekavachanam, Patau Divachanam, Pataha Bahuvachanam. Pataha Bahuvachanam. That is Pradhama Vibhakti form. Then Ditya Vibhakti form, Pataha becomes Patham, Patau becomes Patau only Divachanam, and Bahuvachanam becomes Patan. Ditya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam is Patan. Ekavachanam Patham, Bahuvachanam is Patan. Pataha Patau Pataha Pradhama Vibhakti, Patham Patau Patan is Ditya Vibhakti for Patha Shabdam. Now we have to use this Ditya Vibhakti form, Patham and Patan, and see whether Karta affects on that. Let us change Patham to Patan and see whether Karta affects because of this change. And the sentence with Karma as Ditya Vibhakti Bahuvachanam, that is Patan, the Kartari Prayaga sentence will be Balaha, Ekavachanam, Balaha, Patan. Will it be Patati or Patanti? It will be Patati only. Because the Kriya Patati is being done by Bala, not by the Patham. So change in Patham to Patan doesn't affect Kriya. So the correct sentence is for this is Balaha Patan Patati. The Patati stands correct. It doesn't need any change. The Kriya doesn't need any change by changing the Karma. But whereas if you change the Karta from Balaha to Balaha, then Kriya changes from Patati to Patanti. So that is the form you should understand. So if I change the Kartrupadam to Bahuvachanam, what would be correct Vakyam? The correct Vakyam would be Balaha Patham Patanti. That is the correct Vakyam. Balaha Patham Patanti is the correct Vakyam. So hence we can observe when Karta is changed in Purusha from Prathama Purusha to Madhyama Purusha, from Uttama Purusha, the Kriya changes. The Kriya change, whenever you are changing Karta to Prathama Purusha to Madhyama Purusha to Uttama Purusha, the Kriya is changing. Similarly, when I am changing Kartrupadam to Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam, singular to plural or Dvivachanam, again the Kriya is changing. But whereas when I am changing Kartrupadam from Ekavachanam to Bahuvachanam, the Kriya is not changing. So what is the rule now? Hence the rule is, in Kartare Prayoga Vakyam, Kriya Padam is independent of changes in Karma Padam and follows Kartrupadam. This is the fourth rule. I hope the rules are clear. Any doubts on this? Now let us go to the application of these rules. Make the sentences. Let us make the sentences. For making sentences, we need kartas. What are the kartas here? Karta table. Kartas are nouns such as Rama, Sita, Mitram. These are the kartas. Ramaha, Sita, Mitram. These are the kartas, noun forms. And pronoun forms, Saha, Sa, Tat. One set I have taken. There are so many. In Prathama Purusha, there are so many words. Any word can be karta. Because Prathama Purusha Shabdas are many in the word. I have taken only 3 Shabdas here. One Pullinga, one Strilinga, one Napusalinga. Similarly, one Pullinga Sarvanamam, Strilinga Sarvanamam, Napuslinga Sarvanamam. Pronouns. I have taken 3 Sarvanams, 3 nouns. That is Ekavachana, Dvivachana forms of this. Ramaha, Ramo, Rama. What is the nature of this Shabdam? It is a male Shabdam, Pullinga Shabdam, Prathama Purusha, noun Shabdam. And what is Sita Shabdam? It is female Shabdam, Prathama Purusha, noun form. What is Mitram Shabdam? It is neutral Shabdam, Prathama Purusha, noun. What is Saha Shabdam? It is a pronoun Shabdam, male Shabdam, Prathama Purusha. Sa, pronoun, female Shabdam, Prathama Purusha. Tat, pronoun, neutral Shabdam, Prathama Purusha. But when it comes to Madhyama Purusha, Ishmat Shabdam, there is only one line, that is Tvam, Yuvam, Yuyam. Only one line. Only 3 letters are there. 3 words are there. This is Trilingakaha. It doesn't have any lingam. All the 3 lingas same. Tvam is same in all the 3 lingas, male, female, and neutral. And it is Madhyama Purusha Shabdam. And it is a pronoun. This is also pronoun Shabdam. Similarly, Aham, Asma Shabdam. Asma Shabdam, Aham, Avam, Vayam. This Shabdam is Trilingakaha. This is also Trilingakaha. Uttama Purusha and pronoun. Purusha is Uttama Purusha, pronoun Shabdam. These are about Kartrupadam. Then what the Karma Padam we are using? We are using Karma Padam Patha. So Patha Shabdam, this is Dhatu. What is Dhatu? This is the root word. What is the root word? Pratipadika Patha. The Patha Shabdam, Prathama Vibhakti is what? Pataha. What is Ditya Vibhakti? Patham. I have taken only one Ekavachanam. For simplicity, I have taken only Ekavachanam. You can take Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam also. The table becomes big. I have taken only one Ekavachanam only. Karma has only Ekavachanam I have taken. I have not taken Dvivachanam, I have not taken Bahuvachanam. Because Karma, the Kriya is independent of Karma changes. So let us not bother about Karma, whether it is Ekavachanam or Bahuvachanam. We are taking Karma as only Dvivachanam, and it should be used in Ditya Bhakti. Sorry, Karma is the Ekavachanam, and that should be used in Ditya Bhakti. That's why Patham. Pataha, Patham. Patham is to be used in sentences. Now let us make the table with Kriya, Parasmepadi Kriya and Atmanepadi Kriya. Let us take first Parasmepadi Kriya. The Parasmepadi Kriya table is Pat Dhatu. Pat Dhatu is Parasmepadi Kriya. Its table is Patati, Patataha, Patanti. This is Prathama Purusha table. Pradhama Purusha line. And what is Madhyama Purusha line? Patasi, patataha, patatha. What is Uttama Purusha line? Patami, patavaha, patamaha. This gives Ekavachanam, Divachanam, Bahuvachanam. Now, when I make the sentences with this, how it will come? Ramaha, patham, patati. This is the noun as a karta. Noun is karta now. Ramaha. Ramaha patham patati. Then Divachanam will be Ramau patham patataha. Bahuvachana vakyam will be Ramaha patham pathanti. If I take Sita, Sita patham patati. Site Divachanam. Patham patataha. Bahuvachanam Sitaha patham pathanti. Then Mitram patham patati. Mitre patham patataha. Mitrani patham pathanti. If I take Sarvanam Shabdam, Saha patham patati. Tau patham patataha. Saha taute. Saha Ekavachanam, Tau Divachanam, Te Bahuvachanam. Tau patham patataha. Te patham patanti. This is for male. For female, sa shabdam. Sa patham patati. Te patham patataha. Taha patham patanti. Female shabdam. If I take a neutral shabdam, tat patham patati. Te patham patataha. Tani patham patanti. Now, if I take Madhyama Purusha, now Pradhama Purusha is over. I use Sarvanam Shabdam, we have used Namvach Shabdam, both. We have used Kriya as Patati. Now I take Madhyama Purusha Shabdam, Tvam, Yushmat Shabdam. Ekavachanam Tvam, Divachanam Yuvam, Bahuvachanam Yuyam. So for Ekavachanam Tvam, Patham Patasi, not Patati. Patasi. For Divachanam Yuvam, Patham Patataha. Bahuvachanam Yuyam, Patham Patatha. Then Aham Patham Patami for Uttama Purusha, Ekavachanam. Divachanam Avam Patham Patataha. Bahuvachanam Vayam Patham Patamaha. Avam Patham Patavaha. For Ekavachanam Aham Patham Patami. For Divachanam Avam Patham Patavaha. For Bahuvachanam Vayam Patham Patamaha. This is for Parasmapadi table. And the Pratyam used is for Kriya, Ti, Taha, Anti. Ekavachanam. What is it? If we go back to the table here, what is the Pratyam here? Patha, Ti. Patha, Taha. Patha, Anti. Patha, Si. Patha, Tha. Taha. Patha, Tha. Patha, Ami. Patha, Avaha. Patha, Ama. The Pratyam used is Ati, Ataha, Anti. Asi, Ataha, Atha. Ami, Avaha, Amaha. This is the Pratyas table used for this Kriya Pat here. You can change any Kriya, but the Pratyas will remain for present tense as it is. The Pratyas are same for any dhatu you use. If you want to use Creed, Creed plus Ati, Creedati. Creed plus Taha, Creedataha. Creed plus Anti, Creedanti. Creed plus Asi, Creedasi. Creed plus Atha, Creedataha. Creed plus Atha, Creedatha. Creed plus Ami, Creedami. Creed plus Avaha, Creedavaha. Creed plus Amaha, Creedamaha. You can change any dhatu there, but the Pratyas remain same as long as you are using present tense. Vartamana Kala Rupam. This is Parasmapadi table. Now let us go to Atmanepadi dhatu. Next. When you go to Atmanepadi dhatu, what is Atmanepadi dhatu? We are taking karma as for Atmanepadi, not Patham. We are taking karma as Deva Shabda. For Atmanepadi table, we are taking karma padam as Deva. Ekavachanam Devaha. Pradhama Vibhakti. Ditya Vibhakti Devam. Devaha Shabda se Ditya Vibhakti Devam. Now what is the dhatu we are using? Atmanepadi dhatu, Vanda dhatu we are using. This Vanda dhatu, how it will behave? How to write in the table? As we discussed earlier, the Atmanepadi table will have te in Pradhama Purusha Ekavachanam. So Vandate, this te is coming here, right? Vandate, this te is the prachayam here. Change. So this prachayam te is changing. So what is change between Parasamipadi and Atmanepadi? These prachayams are changing. That's you to find out. Here is te. In Parasamipadi, what is there? In Parasamipadi, it is ti is there. Here, ti. Here, prachayam is what? Ti. One second. T is the prachayam here. Here, this ti prachayam, and here it is te prachayam. This is Atmanepadi Rupam Dhatu prachayam, that is Parasamipadi Dhatu prachayam. And similarly, all the other 9 prachayas also will change accordingly. So when we are using Parasamipadi Dhatu, we have to use these prachayas. Now, Vandate, Vandete, Vandante. Earlier what it was? Patati, Patataha, Patanti. For Parasamipadi. Atmanepadi, Vandate, Vandete, Vandante. Vandase, Vandete, Vandadve. Vande, Vandavahe, Vandamahe. Madhyama Purusha, Uttama Purusha. All the 9 prachayas will change. There in Parasamipadi the prachayas were ti, taha, anti. Si, taha, tha. Ami, avaha, amaha. In Atmanepadi the prachayas are ti, yete, ante. Ase, athe, adve. Ami, vande, ye, only ye. Vande, only ye will come. Vande, Vandavahe, Vandamahe. This is the Uttama Purusha. So now how the sentences are formed? Ramaha Devam Vandate. Ramau Devam Vandete. Ramaha Devam Vandante. Sita Devam Vandate. Site Devam Vandete. Sitaha Devam Vandante. Mitram Devam Vandate. Mitre Devam Vandete. Mitrani Devam Vandante. Then Saha Devam Vandate. Tau Devam Vandete. Te Devam Vandante. Sa Devam Vandete. Te Devam Sa Devam Vandate. Te Devam Vandete. Taha Devam Vandante. Tat Devam Vandate. Te Devam Vandete. Tani Devam Vandante. When it comes to Madhyama Purusha, Tvam Devam Vandase. Yuvam Devam Vandete. Yuyam Devam Vandadve. Adve. Adve will come here. Then when it comes to Uttama Purusha, Aham Devam Vande. Avam Devam Vandavahe. Vayam Devam Vandamahe. So you can change this one Vanda Dhatu to Bhasha Dhatu and tell the same thing again. instead of using Vanda, so if you take this table here, if you using instead of Vanda, if you use Bhasha, Bhashate, Bhashete, Bhashante, Bhashase, Bhashethe, Bhashadve, Bhashe, Bhashavahe, Bhashamahe. If you take Kamp Dhatu, Kampate, Kampete, Kampante, Kampase, Kampethe, Kambatve, Kampatve, Kampe, Kampavahe, Kampamahe. Uhadatu, Uhate, Uhete, Uhante, Uhase, Uhethe, Uhadve, Uhe, Uhavahe, Uhamahe. Ishadatu, Ishate, Ichete, Ichat, Ichante, Ishase, Ichethe, Ichadve, Iche, Ichavahe, Ichamahe. Like that, the table changes, but the pratyas are same. What are the pratyas here? Te, Ete, Ante, Se, Ethe, Adve, Ye, Avahe, Amahe. That pratyas are same, whatever kriya you use. These pratyas are to be remembered. And these 9 pratyas are Parasmapadi, 9 pratyas for Apnepadi. These pratyas are called Tiganta pratyas. These are the pratyas we are using for change, giving the table. But I will tell again, this, what are the names and all this. So today's lesson about Bhasha up to this. Any doubts up to this? Any doubts? No, somebody asked about Vanda, Atmanepad Dhatu, Vanda Dhatu. Is it clear now? Who is that lady? Mahila Ka Uttavati? ఎవరైనా మాట్లాడారు? Who told that? Who asked that question? Please come forward and tell me whether you have clarified or not.
Padmavati garu.
Padmavati garu. Is it
హరిఓం
clarified
గురువు
now?
గారు నమస్కారం అండి.
చెప్పండి.
అదే ఒక్కసారి వందతే మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయరా అండి గురువు గారు?
వందతేగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను మీకు నేను. వందతే అనేది ఆత్మనేపది క్రియ. తెలుగులో చెప్పమంటారా? అంతేనా? హరిఓం.
అవును గురువు గారు.
వందతి అనేది ఆత్మనేపది క్రియ. ఆత్మనేపదికి పరస్మేపదికి భేదము ఈ ప్రత్యయాలు భేదం అంతే. ఏ క్రియ అయినా సరే ప్రత్యయాలు చూసుకోవాలి. ఆత్మనేపదికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ప్రత్యయాలు వేరుగా వస్తాయి. పరస్మేపదికి వచ్చే ప్రత్యయాలు వేరుగా వస్తాయి. పరస్మేపది ప్రత్యయాలు ఏమున్నాయి ఇక్కడ? ఈ పరస్మేపది టేబుల్ చూస్తే తే, తి, అతి, అతే, తహ, అంతి. పఠతి, పఠతః, పఠంతి. పఠసి, పఠతః, పఠథ. పఠామి, పఠావః, పఠామః. వీటన్నిటిని పఠతి చేసామనుకోండి, ఏం మిగులుతుంది మీకు? తి, తహ, అంతి.
అంతి. సీతహత,
అతః, అంత. అథ. అసి, అతః, అథ. ఆమి, ఆవహ, ఆమహ మిగులుతుంది. పట్టు తీసేస్తే. అవునా కదా? వీటిని ప్రత్యయాలు అంటారు. ఇవి క్రియా ప్రత్యయాలు. వీటి పేరు వేరుగా ఉంది. మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను ఇంకో క్లాసులో. ఇవి పరస్మైపదికి ఉపయోగించే ప్రత్యయాలు. ఈ ప్రత్యయాలు పరస్మైపది క్రియలకు ఉపయోగించే ప్రత్యయాలు. ఆత్మనేపది ఉపయోగించే ప్రత్యయాలు ఏమిటి? ఆత్మనేపది క్రియలు ఇంకో బాక్స్. ఆ బాక్స్ లో క్రియలకి ఉపయోగించేది వంద ధాతు. వంద ధాతుకు ఉపయోగించేవి ఏంటి? వందతే, వందతే, టీ కాదు తే, ఏతే, అంతే. వందతే, వందేతే, వందంతే. వందసే, వందేథే, వందద్వే. వందే, వందావహే, వందామహే. వాటిది ప్రత్యయం. రిమూవ్ వందని తీసేశారు అనుకోండి. 100 తీసేస్తే మీకు మిగిలేది ఏంది? తే, ఏతే, అంతే. సే, అసే, ఏథే, అద్వే. ఏ, ఆవహే, ఆమహే. 100ని పక్కకు పెట్టేస్తే మీకు వచ్చేవి ఇవి. ఈ ప్రత్యయాలు స్టాండర్డ్ వర్తమాన కాలానికి. You can change you can put any verb there. But if you add these verbs, you add these pratyayas there, that will form the verb. So that is the concept. ఏ
అలాగే.
ధాతువైనా వాడండి, ఈ ప్రత్యయాలు కలపండి అంతే. కలిపితే మీకు కొత్త ధాతు వచ్చేస్తుంది, కొత్త వెర్బ్ క్రియ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
సరేనండి.
ఈ ప్రత్యయాలు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలి.
Hmm.
రేపు పొద్దున వర్తమాన కాలం నుంచి భూతకాలంలోకి వెళ్ళినా, భూతకాలం నుంచి భవిష్యత్ కాలంలోకి వెళ్ళినా మారేవి ఈ ప్రత్యయాలే, ధాతువు కాదు.
సరేనండి.
ఎందుకంటే పని
అర్థమైంది.
మారదు కదా,
అవునండి.
పని చేసే కాలం మారుతోంది. వర్క్ ఈజ్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్, ది టైమ్ ఆఫ్ వర్క్ ఈజ్ చేంజింగ్. వెన్ యూఆర్ సేయింగ్ వర్తమాన కాలం, భూతకాలం, భవిష్యత్ కాలం, ది వర్క్ యు ఆర్ డూయింగ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ చేంజింగ్. What remains same, whether it is bhutakalam, bhavishyat kalam, vartamana kalam. But the time is changing. So what is indicating time? This pratyayam is indicating time. That pratyayam is indicating time, vachanam, purusha. It depends on vachanam and purusha, and these things it is indicating. Who is that? Uma Rao. Uma gar, what is your doubt? Umaji. Hari Om. Please unmute and talk. Please unmute and talk. I could not hear you. Please unmute everybody, please.
Okay. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, please talk now.
We are having two types of dhatus, isn't it? Parasmapade, Atmanepade.
3 types. Ubhayapadi also.
Oh, how to differentiate these three?
As on date, you learn that there are 3 types of dhatus.
Yes, sir.
One, so, and in the lessons you will understand these are the Parasmapad dhatus, these are Atmanepad dhatus. If you go to Pravesha book of Sanskrit Bharati, you will understand it. In one lesson they talk about Parasmapadi, in one lesson they talk about Atmanepadi. So Atmanepadi dhatus you will find there, Parasmapad dhatu will find there. And when you go to higher levels, that differentiation will be properly guided.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
But there are 3 different types. For example, Patha is the Parasmapad dhatu, one is the Atmanepad dhatu. And Pachadhatu is Ubhayapad dhatu. So Pachadhatu can be used as Pachati and can be used as Pachate also. That is Ubhayapad dhatu. So how to use that? Pachakaha Pachati. A Pachaka is general cooking, is a general cook. Pachaka means what? A general cook. Then general Kriya is used, Pachati. But when Amba cooks, when Mata cooks, a mother cooks, not Srilingam. It's not a question of Srilingam. It is a question of a person who is doing that cooking work. The person who is doing that cooking work is a Mata, is a mother, having some affection to cook in a particular family. So according to the particular family desires and requirements, she will cook. So there is a special consideration in cooking there. So it's not a general cooking. So that's why it goes as Pachate. Amba Pachate. Pachakaha Pachati. Amba Pachate. But dhatu is same. Pach dhatu.
Pachat.
So Pach is Ubhayapadi. There that is Ubhayapadi. Can be used here, can be used there also. Like that, a box of dhatus are there, which can be used based on the general purpose and specific purpose. The same dhatu can be used this way and that way also. Only the differentiation is you will find the pratyaya difference there. When you are changing the pratyaya, you will understand that is used as a Atmanepadi rupa.
Okay, sir.
If you are using Parasmapadi rupam, it is used as general kriya. Just like Pachakaha Pachati. So I understand Pachaka is doing general cooking. If I say Amba Pachate, I understand Amba is cooking with a special cooking. So now I will give a gap here for Bhasha. Now let us go to some Suktis. Arabdham, we have got another 10 minutes at least. Since we are already going the question and answer session also simultaneously, I don't think we need to give like another 10 minutes we have time here. Arabdham uttama janaha na parichejanti. Here, parichejanti means leaving.
Leave.
Leaving.
Chodna.
Tej means leave. Parichejan is totally leave. Parichejanti. Na parichejanti means do not leave. Then question is who do not leave? Uttama janaha. Uttama janaha do not leave. Then what they do not leave? Arabdham. Uttama janaha, the sentence will be like this. Uttama janaha arabdham na parichejanti. Once started work, a good work, will not be stopped by uttama janaha. The people who stop in between, they are called madhyama janaha. The people who don't start at all any good work, they are called adhama janaha. So people who start a good work and do not and continue till they achieve it, they are the first category of people, successful people. So arabdham uttama janaha na parichejanti. They don't leave. The next sukti is kshanashah kanashashchaiva vidyamardhancha sadhayet. God has given us a boon of Aish, and that Aish goes on reducing the moment you start breathing on the land. The moment you fall on the bhumi from the out of mother's womb, from that time onwards, your time starts, your stopwatch starts for your Aish. So do not waste even a single minute for learning Vidya, for learning Jnana. Never waste the moment you get Voha, the moment you come to a stage of learning, never waste a single minute for learning Vidya. Kshanashaha Vidyam Sadhayet. Every minute is to be used for learning Jnanam. The next step is Kanashaha. Every Kanam is to be used to save. You should be very careful in saving the money which you earn so that it will be useful for future. Then only you can become Dhanam. Vidya Ardham. Ardham can be done only by saving, not by spending. By saving only you can save the money. Not by spending you can save the money. So that is Ardhancha Sadhayet. Kshanashaha Kanashashchaiva Vidyam Ardhancha Sadhayet. The principle for using time is to learn Jnanam without wasting a minute also. Principle for becoming comfortable, contented is only by saving, not by spending. So these are the two important principles one should understand to lead a happy life. And next, let us go to some more suktis are there. I will take up next class. Now let us go to a Prahelika. Prahelika is a riddle. The riddle is like this. Asthi. Please read here. I hope you are all seeing this. You are all seeing,
Yes.
sharing. You are all seeing, right?
Am
Are you
Mahodaya.
all
Yes,
seeing this?
Mahodaya.
Am Mahodaya.
Asthi
Mahodaya.
nasti. Asthi
Asti nasti shiro nasti. Asti nasti shiro
Please
nasti.
read.
Asti nasti shiro nasti. Baharasti.
Bahu rasti.
Bahurasti.
Bahrasti.
Nirangulihi.
Nirangulihi.
Yes.
Next.
Nasti padadvayam gadam.
Nasti padadvayam. Stop it there.
Then
Do comma.
Nasti-
Nasti padadvayam.
Nasti
Gadam.
padadvayam gadam.
Angam
Angam
alingat
alingati swayam.
swayam. So asti nasti. Here takaram is different. Asti is tha. Nasti is ta.
Asti.
So what is meant by asti? Asti means bone.
Bones.
If you say takaram, light takaram, if you use it asti, that is there.
Pratham Purush. Okay.
Just like nasti. Na asti.
Na
Nasti
asti.
means not there.
Yes.
Asti means bone. Bone is
Okay.
not there.
Okay.
Bone is not there. Siro nasti. Siras is not there.
No head. Yes.
Okay, no head. Bahurasti. Hands are there.
Bahuras. Yes, hands are there.
Bahurasti. Nirangulihi. Fingers are
No
not
fingers. No fingers.
there. No
Yes.
fingers. Nasti padadvayam. Two legs are not there.
No legs, yes.
Gadham angam alingati. It
Mm.
closely
Yes, wraps the body.
wraps the body. What
Yes.
is that? What is that?
Utakam,
Achkan.
utakam,
Utakam.
utakam.
Yutakam. Shat. That is
Shat.
Yutakam Shat. So that is the riddle.
Okay.
You have to write this meaning of this whole thing, and then at the end you have to write Shat
Utakam.
Yutakam.
Yes, utakam. Okay.
It has neither bones nor head, has arm but no fingers, has no legs, and it hugs you tight. What is it? Yutakam.
Shirt.
The
Utakam.
next one is Kimichiti
Kimichati narah
Narakasyam.
kasyam
Hmm.
रूपानां को रणेहिता
Ko Vanjaha Sarvadevanam.
को वन्दः सर्वदेवानां
Diyam
दीयतामेक
Diyatam Eka Uttaram.
एकम् उत्तरम्
Ekam Uttaram. Ekam Uttaram. Ekam Uttaram.
एकम्
So
उत्तरम्.
you have to give one answer for all the three questions. What is that?
Okay.
Kimichiti Naraha Kasyam.
Naraha
Kasilo,
Kasyam.
what people want in Kasi?
Mm.
Mruchu.
Okay. रूपानां
Rupanam. Kings,
Oh,
what they want?
जयम्
When they go to Ranam, when they go to fighting, what they
जयं
want?
विजय जयं
Jayam.
विजयं.
They want Jayam.
Mm.
So all Sarvadevanam Ko Vanjaha. Kaha Vanjaha. Who is being
Bhakta.
prayed by all devatas?
Hmm.
Shiva.
शिवा. Okay.
Shiva is
Mrityunjaya,
prayed by
Mrityunjaya.
all devatas. So what is the one answer for all the three?
Moksha.
Mrutyunjaya.
Mrityunjaya,
मोक्षः.
Mrityunjaya.
Mrutyunjaya.
Mrityunjaya.
Mruchu Jayam Mrutyunjayam.
Okay.
Mruchu Jayaha Mrutyunjayaha.
Okay.
So one answer is Mrutyunjayaha for both the things, right?
Hmm.
So that is the second idea. Now let us go to Subhashtam. Let us learn one Subhashtam also today.
Okay.
Ayam nijaha paro veti ganana lagu chetasam. Ayam nijaha, this man is my man. Paro veti, that man is other man, not my man, other's man. Ganana, counting. Counting like this, lagu chetasam, mean-mindedness. It's not a broad-mindedness, it's mean-mindedness. Udara Charitanantu, the people who have got a broad mind, the great people, Mahatmanaha, for them, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole world is one family. For them, the whole world is one family. They don't consider this family, that family, this man, that man. They consider only dharma, whether that dharma is followed or not. Whether my man or other man. That is only required for them. So they don't see whether this man is good or that man is good, bad, or they won't have that type of counting. That is the question. Counting this person is mine and that is another is considered as narrow-mindedness. For broad-minded persons, the whole world is their family. So what is second one? Another important one. Ujjamenaiva siddhyanti karyani. Ujjamena eva siddhyanti. Ujjamenaiva. Ujjamena. Ujjamena means by efforts. Ujjamenaiva siddhyanti. Get success. What karyani? All works will be successful only when you do the work. When you put the efforts. Without putting efforts, nobody can get success. Na manoradhai. Not by just thinking in the mind. I want to read Sanskritam, I want Sanskritam. Your whole life you may think like that. But without opening the book, without learning the Sanskritam, how can you get Sanskritam? So whole go on thinking I want to learn will not help you to learn Sanskritam. You have to put your efforts. You have to do your sadhana. You have to learn. You have to apply your mind. You have to understand the logic. Then only you can understand Sanskritam. Without understanding, I want to know, and without putting any efforts, it will not come to you. Not only Sanskritam, any subject that matter, for that matter. Any work. Without putting efforts, nothing can be successful. So, Ujjamenaiva siddhyanti karyani na manorathai. Not by just thinking. There is an act. Somebody is disturbing, please. If you want to talk, please go to mute and talk. Don't disturb others. Okay. Next. Nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mruga. Nahi suptasya simhasya. Suptasya simhasya means the sleeping lion. Mukham. Mukhe. Into the mukham. Into the mouth. Into sleeping lion's mouth, na pravishanti mukha, nahi pravishanti mruga. Mruga means the animals. The animals do not go into the mouth of Simham because it is hungry. It has to get up, do the hunting, catch, and then only eat. Because lion is forest king, no murga will come on, go and eat me. No animal will say that. He has to put his efforts, though it is king of forest. So similarly, it applies to us also. Ujjamenaiva siddhanti karyani na manorathai. So success can be achieved only by hard work and not by merely wishing for it. No animal will enter into the mouth of a sleeping lion. So next, now we have, time is over now. I have got 2 more slokas are there, but we will learn next class. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sah Viryankaravavahai Tejasvi Navadhi Tamasuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Please read the lessons and come with doubts if any in the next class.
Guru Garu, where do we get this study material, Guru Garu?
I am sending to you.
But I cannot open in my mobile.
But how can I help you?
Is there any alternative, Guru Garu?
You have to download that app.
Which app?
What app, I don't know, but you ask somebody, young man near in your house, he will tell you how to open it.
Okay, what is the name of the app, Guru Garu?
The app is Word document, Word doc app. It will help.
Okay.
It is opening in mobile computer, laptop. Why it is not opening in mobile, I don't know.
Mobile only
I
support
have to check
PDF.
now. Why it is not opening in mobile, I have to check.
Acha, mobile supports only PDF. Yeah,
I'll
it is
make a
not
PDF
open.
and send.
PDF
I'll
also.
make a PDF and send them. That's better.
Yeah, Guru Garu, thank you very much.
So I will have to make a PDF and send.
ధన్యవాదం మహోదయ.
Okay.
Nowadays, I have one small doubt.
Sure.
When we are telling patanti, anuswaraha will come or like that in those kind of dhatus. Should we write anuswaraha or anti, nati?
Nakaram only you have to.
How do we differentiate that? How do we know that?
That is when we learn Lekhan Nimas, we will understand.
Okay.
We have to learn the Nimas also. We have to understand those rules. When you have to use dot and when you have to use Nakara.
Correct. Okay.
Now, as on date, or you say Nakaram has come, you understand that.
Correct. Okay, Modi.
Okay.
For example,
Dhanyawada.
Aham Atami is there. You have to raise Makara. You cannot write Answar.
That is what.
Aham Atami, you have to write Makara. You cannot write Akara. When the next word is having Swaram, you have to write Makara. The next word is having Vyanjanam, you have to write Anuswaram. Till that time, to that extent, you have to learn now.
Okay.
In between a word, how to do it, that is a Sandhinimam. You will learn later.
Okay. Dhanyawada.
What is the doubt? Somebody,
Okay.
Savita Shastri is having
She
any
has
doubt?
already asked.
Okay.
Now let us go for
Pradhana.
Pradhana. Thank you so much for today's class. And now let us.
Anybody wants to ask question after the class is over, they can wait and ask. No problem.
Lakshmi Garu, please chant Pradhana.
Minutes. Yes, sir.
Please chant Pradhana.
Yes, sir. सर्वेभ्यो नमः. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. काले वर्षतु ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरतां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे जनाः सुखिनो भवन्तु స్వస్తి ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః
ధన్యవాదములండి. సత్యనారాయణ మూర్తి గారు
నమస్కారం ధన్యవాదాలు
బిఎస్ఎస్ మూర్తి గారు, సత్యనారాయణ మూర్తి గారు, అది ఉల్టా అయిపోయింది, సారీ.
పర్వాలేదు
No problem.
జనగణమన చెప్పండి. సత్యనారాయణమూర్తి గారు
ఇంకెవరైనా చెప్పగలరండి? అంటే తప్పులు వస్తాయేమో.
ఓకే, నేను చెప్తాను.
అగణమన అధినాయక జయ హే భారత భాగ్య విధాత
పంజాబ సింధ్ గుజరాత మరాఠా ద్రావిడ ఉత్కళ వింధ్య
హిమాచల యమునా గంగా
ఉచ్చల జలధి తరంగ
తవ శుభ నామే గానే తవ శుభ ఆశీష మాంగే గాయే
తవ జయ గాథా
జనగణమంగళ
నాయక జయ హే భారత భాగ్య విధాత
జయ
జయ హే జయ హే జయ 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 హే జై హింద్
జై హింద్, జై హింద్, జై శ్రీరామ్, జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
ధన్యవాదములండి అందరికీ.
నమస్కారం.
థ్యాంక్ యూ ఆల్ సో మచ్.